What's up, movie lovers? I'm Mike, and this is Gotta Love Them Movies. Alright guys, so my fiance and I are in the car right now. We are in Virginia. We are headed up to Woodbridge, which is just south of Washington, D.C. So we're going to go to AMC theaters in the Dolby Theater. 4K screens, Dolby Atmos surround sound, and today is Christmas Day, so we're going to go see Wonder Woman 1984! Woo! I'm very excited. I think this is going to be an awesome... First of all, I think this is just going to be a great movie. And second of all, I kind of want to give you guys a glimpse into what it's like to go back to a movie theater in a COVID world. Some of you have been back to a movie theater, but many of you have not. And I totally understand that. Now, this is going to be I believe our 5th time going back to the movie theaters since theaters have kind of closed and like COVID has been raging, whatever. Got our masks ready. I can't show you right now because I'm driving, but in my backpack behind me, I have multiple spray bottles of alcohol. I have one here. It's just pure alcohol. You can buy it off of Amazon. It's really cheap. But yeah, I kind of want to give you a glimpse and kind of show you like what our experience is like going back to the movies. All right, so here we are at the AMC in Potomac Mills, Northern Virginia. I already purchased the tickets online. As you can see, I've got the mask up. I've got a whole bunch of alcohol, like spray alcohol in my bag, so I'm gonna spray everything down. So let's go inside because it's snowing and it's kind of cold. Okay, so as you can see, like everybody's wearing the masks right now. They have this cool thing where if you want concessions, you can order online and then you just pick it up at the window. So you don't have to talk to anybody or come in contact with anyone. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, so this is probably an unnecessary step that most people are not going to take. However, I have my own alcohol wipes, and I prefer to wipe down my seats with individual alcohol wipes as well as like a spray bottle of just pure alcohol itself. So, yeah, come on inside and see how I like to clean my seats. Okay, so we've seen the movie, we had the experience, and yeah.
Thoughts and feelings. We have thoughts and feelings.
Thoughts and feelings. We will do more of an in-depth review when we get home, but knee-jerk reaction, Kim, thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways?
Well, I'll say what I said to you. I wanted to love it more than I actually loved it.
I would agree with that. I would also give it a thumbs sideways. Yeah, not a terrible movie, a little ridiculous, and I have no idea where we parked the car, so more later. Okay, so as you now can see, it's a few days later. We're back in New York. We're back in the studio. We've had a few days to kind of sit with this movie, but I definitely want to talk about the theater experience, the theater going experience. You've seen like there was a little clip video that I put in of people at AMC kind of like spraying all the seats down with their hose sprayers. But first, Kim, let's just get
it out there.
Yeah. What do we think of Wonder Woman 1984?
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I am glad I spent 2.5 hours watching it. I wish I had spent 2 hours watching it. That would have, they could have easily trimmed 30 minutes from it. And you know me, I'm kind of a stickler for length. I can't like, you got to really earn anything past the 2 hour mark. But there was some great stuff. Gal Gadot is such a pleasure to watch.
She is a delight.
She's just a delight. I would watch her watch paint dry.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
So
she's that interesting.
Yeah, she really, just everything about her. So that was amazing. I love Kristen Wiig as Cheetah.
I feel like that was the strongest part to me.
I agree.
Was just to kind of see her transition. And again, they didn't do it perfectly. They most definitely could have gone into more reasons as to why she did that. Like I've seen other people talk about like her compassion, like her one act of compassion. This is what makes her a good person, is that she once gave food to a homeless guy.
Right, that one time.
Yeah,
that's all we got. That's all we got. Yeah, that wasn't the best. They could have done more with Cheetah. Wonder Woman's character went nowhere.
Yeah, there was no
literally standing still in 1984.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my other complaint, and this is one I fully own. I am like a logical, linear person. I like math. I like dots connecting. I will take the leap of faith, but there was a lot of just inconsistency.
It was riddled with inconsistency.
Yes. And so that just sort of nagged at me and made it just a little bit harder for me to watch.
I agree. So real quick, guys, what do you think of Wonder Woman 1984? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know what your thoughts about that are. Okay, so I want to spend some time talking about the theater experience. And again, as you can see, I brought my own alcohol. I have my own spray bottle. I wipe everything down.
It's a backpack full of
alcohol
supplies.
Yes.
Alcohol.
Oh yeah. I'm not.
It's the boozy backpack to spray the alcohol.
Yeah, but don't drink it.
No,
it's
bad idea.
No, you'll go blind, and then you can't see the movie.
Don't
and then
do that.
What's the point?
Terrible.
PSA, just don't. I really do like how AMC, not just AMC, but a lot of other companies have started to take the initiative and have like these fogger machines or like spray machines after people have been through and they kind of spray everything down. I think that's awesome. I also love like the contactless concession experience. Yeah, so you can order on the app.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk to anybody. You just walk right up and it's already ready and you grab your stuff. There are some holes in a lot of these procedures.
Yep.
I mean, the contactless pickup is kind of awesome, but there's nothing stopping you from touching my bag of popcorn and saying, "Oh, that's not my bag of popcorn. Let me put it back."
Right. And the magic and charm of the freestyle machine, which I love and I'm a big fan of, is just a lot of
the soda machine.
The soda machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a lot of touching of things.
Yeah.
It's a lot of touching, and I didn't see as much sanitation there
Correct.
as I would have wanted.
Also, I'm the kind of person that I don't necessarily trust other people to do their job. Like, I love that there's the whole spray machine. I love that. Sure. And it's wonderful. And I'm sure that, you know, the lady that was in the video spraying everything down, it looked like she was actually doing it the way that it's supposed to be done.
She looked very official.
Very efficient.
Yes. And official.
And official.
And efficient.
And efficient. But then there's also like where my brain comes in is that there's like little nooks and crannies, and I'm dubious of the fact that, you know, maybe the spray isn't getting inside of the cup holder. Maybe the spray mist isn't getting in the nooks and crannies of like the leather seats where maybe somebody, and again, like I'm a nervous Nelly. This is just where my neuroses go. What other?
It's true. You're a stickler for the nooks and crannies.
I'm a huge
which
stickler.
I appreciate, because I am less of a stickler for the nooks and crannies, but I like it that you are looking out for that and you bring your own wipes and sprays, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
And
I like hold the popcorn and soda while you do it.
And we do the same thing on the train.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You hold the stuff while I do the cleaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Totally cool.
Works for us.
On the whole, Kim, do you feel safe going back to even if I weren't around, if I weren't there to do like all the nooks and crannies kind of stuff, based on the things that that AMC, maybe not just AMC, but other movie theaters are doing to try and help social distance and keep people safe and whatever, do you think like that's enough?
Yeah, I feel good about it. I mean, I think it's dependent on a couple of things. It's the seeing the people actually cleaning the theaters and knowing that they're doing and abiding by that.
Yeah.
The social distancing. I don't think I would go to a theater that was like a theater in the old days where you just go pick any old seat you want. Like the reserving so you can see
It makes a
that
huge
you are spread
difference.
out is huge. That
Yeah.
made me feel much safer. And then I think having the option and ability to bring our own stuff to clean. I didn't see anyone taking masks off, so that made me feel more comfortable. And I didn't see anyone. I mean, it's hard to see in the theater, so like I'll take that for what it
also, like,
is,
we
but
were like towards the front.
we
so,
were,
I mean,
which I also think is like that makes me feel safer.
yeah.
And then I think we were also really good about like it's not like mask off while you're eating popcorn for half an hour. It is mask pulled out to eat a bite of popcorn, which I will admit makes popcorn slightly less enjoyable, but that's not a terrible thing. It's fine.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
I can live with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I would love it. I think like I do think going to the movies is more special, and I would treat it. I don't think I would go to the movies as often. Nor do I think I would go to a movie theater. We talked about the reserved seating, but I also think the comfort, the recliners, like if we're going to wipe it down, if we're going to wear the mask while we eat the popcorn and do all those precautions, I want it to be kind of a luxe movie experience. I want it to be cushy. I want the recliner. I want the armrest. I want the soda cup. I want not sticky seats. I want it all like I think it feels like
Nice
a very
and pristine
movie experience.
kind of bring back the richness. Whenever I think of like the movie going experience, I always think of that scene in the movie Annie, like the 1980s Annie. Yeah. And it's just like this glitz and glamour. And it's a classy event.
So next time we need to dress classier is what I'm hearing us say.
I'm okay with that. There's one more loophole that we haven't really delved into, and that is the and there's no way to police this, but it's ensuring that people keep their masks on during the movie.
Right, which is hard to see.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to have an usher in the theater with a flashlight like, oh, I saw you take your mask off. Put your mask on, disrupting everybody. There's no good system in place, because if somebody just wants to keep their mask off, who's going to be there to enforce them to put it back on?
Right.
I mean, maybe if people a few seats away, again, that is the purpose of social distancing.
Right.
If people do take their masks off, but at the same time,
and I think that's where the social distance, you know how like the coronavirus can travel in all directions, not just laterally, like it can go front to back. So I think having that social distance that is in all directions is also really important. You know how sometimes like if you're in lines and you're like, cool, we're 6 feet apart front to back, but like the lines are right next to each other. How does that work?
Yeah.
So I think that has to apply to the movie theaters too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So again, like movie going experience, I always try to feel like we can do it as safely and it's not like, I'm definitely gonna go see this movie. Even though I was kind of like that with Wonder Woman, I was like, no, we are going to see this in theaters. There's still the like, make sure that it's a safe environment. If it was a packed theater, which I understand, like AMC theaters, they're not filling their theaters right now.
Right.
They do the whole social, which is it's nice because you have like because there were two people in seats, 2 seats away from, or 2 seats in between me and them, which is
and those were
perfect.
big seats. They're like the big like
the recliner
cushy,
seat. Yeah, you saw me wiping
Use like
down,
3 feet seats.
Yeah.
A 3 feet seat.
A 3 feet seat. So there you go, 6 feet. So that's good. I like that. Where was I going at this point?
Yes.
Anyway, as long as we can like be, I feel like we're being smart about it.
I think we are. I think in the old days we would go see movies like anything. If it was in a theater and we hadn't seen it, sure.
Twice a week.
Let's go.
The old days. That was a year ago.
Literally a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw Bombshell on New Year's Eve.
Sure did.
But I think that for me, it would be more of a special occasion. So, like for your birthday, we saw 2 movies that. Well, anyway, we saw 2 movies that were that were good.
Yep.
I don't know that any of the movies were special occasion per se, but the event of going to the movies for your birthday was special. The same thing when we went to see Tenet. Tenet was a movie that deserved to be seen in theaters. Special. Going to see the New Mutants, I wouldn't.
It was just
not
a great movie.
Do that again.
Yeah.
So I just I would be a little more choiceful.
Wonder Woman, I feel like, is one of those movies that would do better in the theater.
Yes.
But now that people have had the option, and I understand, like there have been plenty of articles written in between the time that it came out and now, which is what, like a week later?
A week, literally a week.
Yeah, 1 week today. There have been a lot of articles written about how, like, you know, Christopher Nolan has been very vocal in saying that we need to support the theatrical experience and whatever. And I understand that, like, HBO Max got a decent amount. Not a massive amount of subscriptions from Wonder Woman coming out on HBO Max. Disney still beat them with Soul. Disney and Soul got more subscriptions to Disney Plus than HBO Max did with Wonder Woman. That's a different kettle of fish. That's not the subject matter we're talking about. I understand, but I do feel like Wonder Woman is the kind of movie that deserves to be seen in the theater.
Yes,
it was a wonderful experience. Not a great movie,
but still a really good experience.
It was fun.
And I think that's the other thing, is that even though we could have watched it at home, we are doing everything at home. We're working at home, we're eating at home, everything is at home. And so then when you look at all of the options of things to go out there and do in the world, going to see a movie in those options actually feels like a safer option than a lot of other things. So I think it's like a really good alternative right now.
I agree. I agree. And, you know, I don't want to rest on these laurels, but to date, and if anything has changed in the past month, then somebody can obviously fact check me. But to date, to my knowledge, there has not been any case of coronavirus tracked or traced back to a movie theater.
Not that we've heard of.
So, I mean, and again, not to say that it can't happen, not to say that it may not happen in the future. It might. It very well might. But I feel like we are taking the extra precautions. AMC is taking precautions. We are taking extra precautions. I personally feel safe going back to the theaters if we can do it smartly, if you can look at, like, the seating arrangements and reserve your seat as opposed to just, like you said, willy-nilly. Be smart about it. Don't touch other people's popcorn.
Safety first. You know, like in the old days when you would touch other people's popcorn.
As you do. I mean, I'm also the kind of person that when I hand my debit card to the cashier, when he hands it back, I spray alcohol it and then put it back in my wallet.
You are.
I do.
Yep.
It's about doing your due diligence. If you can do it and you feel like you can do it safely, then go for it. If you just don't feel comfortable, this is not to pressure you into going back to the theaters. I just feel like there is a safe way to go about doing it.
And save the theaters.
Save the empire.
Save Ferris. Damn the man.
That's it. Guys, what do you think about going back to the theaters? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Kim, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Here is, if anybody wants to follow Kim on Instagram, there's her information.
That's me.
Kim, do you have any interesting projects coming up in the near future?
You can still, if you got a Christmas gift that's not so great, you can virtually exchange it for a sweet deal on ice cream delivered right to your door. So go to icecreamexchange.com and get some sweet deals.
Oh, yeah. All
really
links are in the description.
Hashtag client.
Hashtag client?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I have to say that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hashtag client. All the links are in the description below. Kim, thanks so much. And let's do it again. Guys, if you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, would want you to do. All right, guys. This is it. Hope you enjoyed this kind of review of going back to the movie theaters. A light review of Wonder Woman 1984. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And until Monday. Oh, man, you guys. Monday. I've got some... It's not big news. I'm just going back to work flying full time, which I'm not enthused about. More on that later. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Monday.